to the Home Care Breakthrough Solutions Revenue Accelerator Program. Hey everyone, it's Greg Mazza with Home Care Breakthrough Solutions, and welcome to another episode of the Revenue Accelerator Program. So today we're going to talk about a very important topic as it relates to holding your salespeople accountable, right? One of the biggest epidemics in the home care space is home care owners that want to grow their business. They make the investment in hiring a salesperson or a marketer, and they don't get the results that they're hoping for. And part of the problem is because they don't have a strong accountability system in place, a sales management results system. You know, when it comes to having success with your salesperson, there's three things that are critical. One is hiring the right person, right? And knowing what to look for in that person. Two is having a good sales system that you can train them on. And three is this accountability piece. So what does that look like? I mean, what does it look like to actually hold your salesperson accountable? Some people have no accountability. They're like, I like the person, they seem awesome, and you know, I just look at the numbers and see if we're doing good. And to be quite frank, I used to do that too. And it wasn't until I got to a place where our numbers dropped and I started digging in. I was like, you know what? Like, I started looking at the referrals. Where are they coming from? And I was like, most of the referrals were coming from business that I had created when I was out doing the marketing. And here I've got this marketer that I'm paying a good chunk of change to, and I thought things were good because, you know, the revenue kept growing because of work I'd done previously. And then when I looked at like their accounts and the stuff that they've actually built, it was really small. Like, it really wasn't a lot. The results were not there. And I remember my wife said, she was like, listen, you know, we cannot keep doing this. Like, you know, I've been through like 6 or 7 different marketers and trying to find the right one. This is over the course of many years. But still, she's like, we can't, I'm not going to keep investing in a salesperson if we can't get this right. We're not getting a return on investment, putting all this money in. And when I looked at it and I started to learn, like, what is the right way to manage your salesperson, you know, it really starts initially with having what we call KPIs, right? What are the key activities that you want to measure? Now, in previous videos, I've talked about lead measures versus lag measures. The lag measure is, what's my profit? You know, what's the total number of referrals? What's our revenue? Those are lag measures. We get to those by performing consistently with what are called the lead measures. The lead measures are how many sales calls quality sales calls are you making in a day? What are the other key activities that you're doing? For us, it was in services. Not a huge proponent of being like this master networker, but networking certainly needs to be a part of your overall sales plan and sales strategy. And we would track these things, and then we had pre-scheduled appointments, right? So when you go out and do a meeting, you want to make sure you have enough meetings set up for the following week. And you do that by booking meetings every time you're at a meeting. So ultimately what we're doing is we're looking at these KPIs, and we know if we do have enough of these, what are the metrics that we want to be at, then the lag measures are going to be there, right? Hypothetically, is it 100%? No, of course not. But if not, at least we have something to look at, and then we start to dig a little bit deeper and figure out, like, why are we not getting where we want to be? So one of the other things we used to track is how many referrals were we getting from our target 15 accounts. And if it's not a lot, we start to dig and we start to strategize and figure out how to fix this. So you start with having these set of KPIs that you're going to manage. The next piece of this is what we call weekly accountability, all right? So we followed a model. Many of you know that we invested in a program called Traction. We hired a consultant that came into our business, and we would do these weekly meetings. And at these weekly meetings, a big proponent of what we were doing is we were looking at the data, we were looking at the information, we were looking at the tasks from the week before, and then each week we're figuring out where are the gaps, where are we not performing, what are we not doing well, what were the issues from the prior week, where are we off track, and then we talk about those things at the end of the meeting. So we have literally a formalized structure, very, very productive meeting, a formalized structure where we get into that information, and then at the end of the meeting, we're problem solving, we're problem solving, we're problem solving, we're problem solving. And then from there, we start to create our tasks for the next week. So by next week, these are the things that we're agreeing to. All right, you're gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. You're gonna reach out to this account. You're gonna go schedule more appointments with home health agencies because that's part of our strategic focus this quarter, right? So we're gonna start to create these to-do lists that the following week, it's part of the meeting. Did this get done? Did this get done? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. And this is how you hold your people accountable, right? Additional to that is we used to do daily calls, right? So we do like these daily recap calls. And there are other pieces that we talk about in our sales management results training where, we're constantly helping them grow and evolve. So what skills are they need to improve upon? And we look for development. Just like I consistently looking to develop my skills, we want to do the same thing with our reps and keep investing in them and helping them grow in certain aspects of their business, okay? So there's a whole piece of that. The other part where we would do ride-alongs and how often to do that. We get into all those details in that particular program. But I want to at least share this information with you because a very, very, very important piece to having success with your salesperson is having a strong sales management results system, right? It is a system and they know what to expect. And every week you follow the system and you follow the system and you start to push these initiatives forward. So hope that helps, guys. We'll see you guys next week and we'll talk to you soon.